Want to learn an hour of fun facts? Subscribe to Zarpado, we're already starting. The Woodstock Festival of 1969 brought together more than 400,000 young people. Curiously, the event almost didn't happen due to financial and logistical problems, but it ended up becoming a symbol of peace, love, and counterculture. In the 1970s, David Bowie introduced his character Ziggy Stardust, an androgynous alien who broke new ground. His approach not only changed the aesthetics of rock, but also influenced later artists who adopted theatrical and extravagant styles. In the Danish city of Odense, a very picturesque tradition is celebrated that combines fun and local customs. During this unique festival, a group of Toulouse geese parades through the main avenues, accompanied by the sound of drums that keep time. The march is skillfully led by an expert drummer who leads the birds through the streets, capturing the attention of residents and visitors. Randy Tatalede from Manado, Indonesia, is a barber with a rare artistic talent. After each haircut, he uses the strands of hair to create amazingly detailed portraits of celebrities and iconic figures. He creates these creations right on his barbershop floor, transforming ordinary remains into ephemeral works of art. Valais blacknose sheep originate from the mountainous region of Valais, Switzerland, and are famous for their distinctive and adorable appearance. Their abundant, curly white wool creates a fascinating contrast with the black areas covering their face, ears, knees, legs, and snouts. In Switzerland, a disruptive proposal has emerged in the world of tourism with the Nullstern Hotel, which completely rethinks the traditional idea of where and how to stay. This innovative concept offers rooms without walls or ceilings, allowing visitors to sleep outdoors under the starry sky. By eliminating physical barriers, guests connect deeply with nature and enjoy a unique sensory experience. The Port Jackson shark is a typical inhabitant of the seabed in the coastal areas of southern Australia. This species stands out for its distinctive body pattern, black, strap-like bands crisscrossing its grayish skin, making it unmistakable among other sharks. Modest in size compared to its marine relatives, this benthic shark moves close to the ocean floor, calmly exploring its surroundings. Jorge Chavez, a key figure in Peru's aerial history, marked a milestone by being the first aviator to fly over the Alps in 1910. Although his life ended tragically during the landing, his bravery will be forever engraved. His feat elevated him to the status of a patriotic icon. His legacy inspires generations of Peruvian pilots. The Intempo, located in Benidorm, Spain, is among the tallest residential buildings in Europe, reaching about 663 feet and with 47 floors. Its distinctive architecture features two parallel towers, joined at the top by a golden diamond-shaped structure. The Four Corners in the United States is a unique point where the territorial boundaries of four states converge: Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. This location is marked by an iconic monument that marks the precise junction of these borders. Tourists can simultaneously situate themselves in all four states, a unique experience in the country. Merhan Karimi Nasseri lived a unique story when he was trapped at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris for nearly 18 years. From 1988 to 2006, legal issues related to his nationality kept him stranded in the waiting rooms. His unique situation served as inspiration for the film The Terminal. German bartender Philipp Traber amazed the world with his skill and precision in preparing 17 drinks in a single act. With one steady hand, he simultaneously filled 17 highball glasses with an energy drink, while with the other, he placed 17 shots of Jägermeister directly on top. The perfect timing allowed the contents of the shots to fall into each glass at the same time, creating a flawless spectacle. On the paradise island of Siquijor, in the Philippines, are the majestic Cambuganhay waterfalls, renowned for their intensely clear turquoise waters. These waterfalls descend in 5 low terraces, with heights ranging from about 6.6 to 13.1 feet, framed by lush vegetation and natural rock formations. In Anchorage, Alaska, a curious moose surprised visitors by quietly slipping into a hospital lobby. Attracted by the warmth of the building and possibly the scent of some ornamental plants, the animal strolled through the automatic doors as if it were just another visitor. Tulum cheese is an exquisite specialty of Turkish culinary tradition, valued both for its distinctive flavor and its unique production method. This cheese is matured inside sacks made of goat skin, which not only preserves its properties, but also gives it an unmistakable flavor, slightly spicy, intense, and with nuances that evolve over time. Anna Galkina, a young woman originally from Russia, has gained international notoriety under the nickname the Ice Princess. This unique title was given to her due to her impressive ability to submerge herself in icy waters and consume ice without showing any signs of discomfort. Her body seems to naturally adapt to extreme temperatures, pushing the limits of cold that most could not endure. Hamad Fathi is a prominent Egyptian basketball player, known not only for his skills on the court, but also for his imposing height of about 7 feet 6 inches, which places him among the tallest men on the planet. Julia Butterfly is a prominent American environmental activist, known for her extraordinary peaceful resistance that lasted 738 days. For more than 2 years, she remained perched at the top of an imposing Californian redwood, an ancient tree about 180 feet tall and approximately 1,000 years old, with the goal of preventing the Pacific Lumber Company from cutting it down. The Sutun cenote, located near Valladolid on the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, is a natural gem that belongs to the group of cavern-type cenotes. This place is distinguished by its stunning scenic beauty, characterized by a semi-enclosed cavern with an opening in the roof that allows sunlight to illuminate the crystal-clear water, creating a fascinating spectacle of light and shadow. Its transparent waters and serene atmosphere make it a favorite destination for tourists. In Colombia, there are truly unique buildings known as upside-down houses, which amaze visitors by offering the optical illusion of being completely inverted. These homes are designed and decorated with painstaking precision so that every element, from furniture to appliances, appears to be upside down. Vika Bren is a talented Israeli artist who has gained international recognition for her astonishing body painting technique, in which she transforms her own hand into visually stunning optical illusions. Using her skin as a canvas, she manages to create images that play with perception and trick the eye, turning a simple limb into a surreal piece of art. The green heron is an elegant small heron species found in diverse humid ecosystems in the Americas, including mangroves, riverbanks, swamps, and wetlands. Compact in size, it reaches a length of about 17 inches, making it one of the smallest herons on the continent. The Grand Lisboa Hotel is one of the most iconic skyscrapers in Macau, China, famous for its spectacular architectural design, reminiscent of a blooming lotus flower. Its golden, curvaceous structure rises elegantly above the city skyline, making it a visual landmark both day and night. Beer Terrier is a craft beverage originating in Mexico, created especially for dogs. Made with all-natural ingredients such as malt, spirulina, flaxseed, wheat, and minimal amounts of hops, this beverage is designed to offer a refreshing experience without endangering the health of pets. Stefano Fiorina, an Italian artist originally from Turin and born in 1990, has risen to prominence in the contemporary art world thanks to his original and unconventional approach. His work has garnered international attention for a unique technique, creating portraits using aluminum trays as supports. Using this unusual tool, Fiorina prints faces with a distinctive style that challenges the traditional boundaries of portraiture. The sucker squid is a fascinating species that inhabits the icy waters of the Southern Ocean. It stands out for its impressive size, growing up to about 46 feet in length, making it one of the largest squids on the planet. Every year, in San Juan de la Vega, Guanajuato, Mexico, a unique and daring tradition known as the Explosive Hammer Festival is celebrated. In this ceremony, attendees apply a flammable mixture of chlorate and sulfur to hammers, which they then strike against metal objects to cause impressive explosions. This adrenaline-fueled practice is part of a ritual honoring St. John the Baptist, the town's patron saint. Meet the vampire deer, a unique creature that lives in the jungles of Southeast Asia and draws attention for its unusual appearance. It gets its name from the elongated, curved fangs that emerge from its mouth, which can measure up to about 4 inches, resembling the teeth in a vampire myth. Despite this intimidating appearance, this deer is entirely herbivorous and moves cautiously through the vegetation. Dong Tao chickens originate from Vietnam and are distinguished by their sturdy, scaly legs, a rare characteristic among birds. This special breed has historically been reserved for important events and for feeding the nobility due to its exclusivity and exceptional flavor. Their imposing size and the tender texture of their meat make them a highly prized delicacy in traditional Vietnamese cuisine. The kudu bull is an imposing antelope native to the African continent, famous for its spectacular spiral-shaped horns that can measure up to about 5 feet 11 inches. This creature primarily inhabits the savannas and scattered forests of sub-Saharan Africa, where it adapts to diverse ecosystems. Its coat, a mix of brown and grayish tones adorned with vertical white stripes, allows it to easily blend in with its natural surroundings. The monumental wooden sculpture created by Chinese artist Chen Yi Sun is a work of wonder for its size, detail, and cultural significance. This piece, which measures about 4,030 feet long and took 4 years to complete, was carved from a single colossal tree trunk. The work is inspired by the iconic traditional painting Along the River during the Qingming Festival, a masterpiece of Chinese art. Gladys Ingle was known for walking on the wings of airplanes in flight, defying gravity and danger with extraordinary courage. She was the only female member of the legendary 13 Black Cats, a troupe of aerial acrobats that dazzled audiences in the 1920s Hollywood. Brock Davis is an American creative who excels at transforming common elements into striking artistic pieces that challenge the way we view everyday life. His talent spans a variety of fields, including photography, sculpture, illustration, and graphic design, fusing traditional techniques with innovative ideas. The babirusa pig is a fascinating species that inhabits the islands of Indonesia, easily recognizable by its unique appearance and extraordinarily curved tusks. These tusks, exclusive to males, can grow so long that they sometimes penetrate the skin of the snout, a characteristic that makes them unique in the animal kingdom. Originating from the upper canine teeth, they arch backward, extending over the animal's head. Guillaume Fontaine is a talented circus artist and slacklining expert from Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. Since taking up the sport in 2015, he has shown an unwavering passion, dedicating himself to perfecting his skills and pushing his limits. His perseverance and skill have allowed him to break several world records, most notably the longest highline traverse without falling, achieved in 2018. The armadillo lizard is a reptile unique to the arid and semi-desert areas of western South Africa, where it lives primarily among rocks and bushes. Its body is protected by spiny scales that give it a robust and resilient appearance. When faced with danger, it curls up and bites its tail, creating a compact, hard-to-penetrate sphere. The dragonhead caterpillar is a fascinating creature found in the rainforests of Central and South America. Its most distinctive feature is its astonishing visual defense, which it uses to scare away predators. When threatened, it extends the front of its body, creating an image that mimics a snake's head, complete with fake eyes and patterns resembling scales. In Portugal, a group called Lada 65 is revolutionizing street art by integrating older people, especially grandmothers, into the world of graffiti. Founded with the mission of combating loneliness and age-related prejudice, this collective offers workshops where participants learn to create urban art. They then take their talent to the streets, transforming walls with vibrant and cheerful murals that convey positive messages. The Suriname toad is an amphibian species that lives in the aquatic ecosystems of South American tropical rainforests. Its body has a peculiar, flattened, and almost quadrangular shape, covered with rough skin that varies between shades of brown and olive green. This characteristic provides it with exceptional camouflage, helping it go unnoticed among vegetation and the bottoms of rivers and lagoons. Dominique Davis is a visual artist originally from Northeast England, known for her innovative stop-motion animation work. Her artistic process is based on a detailed photographic technique, where each frame is painstakingly arranged to create a fluid illusion of movement. Through her pieces, which often interpret common situations with a striking artistic approach, she has managed to connect with a wide and diverse audience on digital platforms. The earthworm has the largest number of hearts, with 5 pairs in total. This characteristic allows it to efficiently circulate and survive in underground environments with limited oxygen. Thanks to this multiple system, it can keep its body functioning under harsh conditions. Its anatomy is perfectly adapted to life underground. Arequipa, known as Peru's White City, owes its nickname to the buildings made of sillar, a light-colored volcanic rock. Its old town is notable for the beauty and uniformity of these constructions. In 2000, its historic center was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Carroll, located in the Supi Valley, represents the oldest known culture in the Americas, dating back more than 5,000 years. This urban settlement is distinguished by its peaceful nature, as no traces of weapons have been found. It features impressive structures such as pyramids, plazas, and homes that reflect its social organization. Danny Trejo is recognized for accumulating the highest number of deaths depicted on the big screen, surpassing 65 times. Although he usually plays antagonistic characters, his life off the set reveals an admirable social commitment. His rugged image contrasts with his dedication to community causes. The Quadrupoint, located in Africa, is a site where the territorial boundaries of Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe come so close together that they almost meet. Despite not having an official monument marking it, this corner is a global geographical rarity. It represents one of the few places where 4 countries converge in a small space. The Taipei 101 Tower, located in Taiwan and once the tallest skyscraper on the planet, combines traditional Chinese architectural elements with modern technological advances. Its imposing structure is designed to withstand earthquakes and typhoons common in the region. Inside, a gigantic, about 727 short-ton mass damper is approximately equal to 1.45 million pounds, acts as a stabilizer. This innovation gives it exceptional flexibility in the face of seismic movements. Among the most unique and fascinating birds on Earth is the shoebill heron. Its most striking feature is its enormous, curved beak, reminiscent of a traditional wooden clog, giving it an unmistakable and somewhat surprising appearance. This uniqueness makes it stand out in any natural setting. Marta Albareda is a talented photographer and videographer, specializing in macro photography, based in Barcelona, Spain. Her work focuses on revealing the hidden beauty of the tiny world, capturing extremely detailed images and videos of insects and other small creatures in their natural habitat. Dawid Godzik is a talented Polish cyclist who has established himself as a prominent figure in the world of BMX freestyle and mountain bike slopestyle. He is especially recognized for his innovative ability, having pioneered the quadruple tail whip on a mountain bike, a technical feat that has marked a turning point in the discipline. The pygmy seahorse is a tiny marine species notable for its extremely small size, reaching just about 0.8 inches in length. Despite its tiny stature, it possesses an astonishing ability to blend into its surroundings, utilizing exceptional camouflage that allows it to go unnoticed among the corals and marine plants where it lives. The turkey, also known as the Mexican turkey, is a bird native to North America with a deep history as one of the first species domesticated by ancient Mesoamerican cultures. This bird stands out for its robust body and plumage that varies in color, often with an iridescent sheen that reflects changing hues depending on the light. On the remote shores where penguins live, there is a rarity that surprises with its golden hue, the so-called yellow penguin or golden penguin. This unique creature owes its bright appearance to a genetic mutation known as leucism, which causes a significant reduction of the black pigment in its feathers, giving it a golden color uncommon in these birds. Unlike albinism, its eyes maintain their normal color, giving it a healthy and vibrant appearance. The Bajo Puebla tunnels are an extensive underground network located in Mexico, with origins dating back to the 10th century. This historic infrastructure remained hidden for centuries until it was recently rediscovered. Its system of passages extends for several miles beneath the city of Puebla, linking important sites such as religious temples and former military barracks. Fraser Island, located in Australia, is recognized as the largest island composed solely of sand in the world. Declared a World Heritage Site, it boasts impressive natural diversity. Its interior includes freshwater lagoons and dense jungle areas. It's also home to free-roaming dingoes in the wild. Salmon have the ability to propel themselves backward thanks to the strength of their robust fins. This skill is essential for swimming upstream and returning to their birthplace. There, they carry out their reproductive cycle, ensuring the survival of their species. Their ability to swim backward allows them to overcome natural obstacles. Vultures have the remarkable ability to glide for long periods without moving their wings. They use rising currents of warm air to soar and move with minimal effort. This technique allows them to conserve energy during their long flights. Thanks to this adaptation, they can travel great distances in search of food. Coffee-derived waste is extremely beneficial for vegetation. The outer casing of this bean is loaded with compounds such as nitrogen and potassium. These elements nourish the soil and promote healthy root development. Incorporating this material into your garden can significantly improve plant growth. Blinding Lights, performed by The Weeknd, has become the most streamed song in Spotify history, surpassing 4 billion streams. Its 1980s-inspired sound and infectious rhythm catapulted it to global fame. Iquitos, located in the Peruvian jungle, is the largest city in the world without road connections. Access is limited exclusively to air and river transport, making it unique. This characteristic contributes to its environmental and cultural importance. The city is immersed in a protected natural environment. Scotland stands out globally for its high concentration of people with red hair. Nearly 13% of its inhabitants possess this unique genetic characteristic. This proportion is the highest recorded in any country. The trait is linked to a hereditary mutation prevalent in that region. Lake Jökulsárlón, located in southeastern Iceland, originated from the retreat of the gigantic Vatnajökull glacier. This body of water is notable for the imposing icebergs that break off and float across its surface. Its natural environment has been the setting for multiple film productions due to its stunning beauty. Carlos Kaiser was the protagonist of one of the most unusual scams in the history of soccer. He built a 2-decade career without barely touching the ball. His greatest strength lay not in his feet, but in his mastery of pretense and persuasion. He rubbed shoulders with stars, fabricated injuries, and used a toy phone to fake calls from European clubs. His charisma opened doors for him, and his imagination kept him inside without the need for pretense. In the remote Hessdalen Valley in Norway, the firmament holds a secret that has baffled the world for years. Strange floating luminescences, some in the form of orbs, move in patterns impossible to understand on Earth. Researchers from various disciplines have attempted to decipher the enigma without finding a conclusive answer. The black jaguar is a striking melanistic variant of the jaguar, one of the big cats native to Central and South America. Its imposing appearance is due to an excess of melanin, which gives it a completely dark coat. However, under certain lighting conditions, it is still possible to distinguish the species' characteristic spot pattern hidden beneath the black hue. The Selkirk Rex is a feline breed easily recognizable by its distinctive curly coat, which gives it a fluffy and unique appearance. This distinctive characteristic is the result of a natural genetic mutation that affects the texture of the fur, giving it a wavy appearance that is soft to the touch. Its coat can be short or long, but it always retains that fluffy quality that makes it so special. In India, one of the most surprising and visually striking phenomena is the sight of trains packed to the point where people travel outside the cars, on their roofs, or clinging to the sides. This practice is common among many young students and workers who, during vacation periods, must return to their hometowns. The leaf frog is a fascinating amphibian that has developed exceptional camouflage to blend in with its natural environment. Its body realistically mimics the shape and color of a fallen leaf, allowing it to easily blend in with the leaf litter of the tropical forests of Southeast Asia. This camouflage offers vital protection against predators, helping it remain invisible on the forest floor. Colugos are striking creatures belonging to the mammal group, distinguished by a very special characteristic: a thin membrane of skin that connects their legs to their bodies, allowing them to glide through the trees with great skill. These nocturnal animals feed primarily on leaves and fruits found in the forest canopy. Fabian Marcel Gaite Maurera is a talented Chilean artist living in Spain and distinguished by his unique approach to oil painting, applying paint exclusively with his fingers. Far removed from conventional tools such as brushes, Fabian creates his pieces live, transmitting the magic of his creative process in real time. The white cobra, popularly known as the albino cobra, is a fascinating genetic variation of the common cobra, distinguished by its unusual white or cream coloration. This hue is due to a mutation that causes the absence of pigment in the skin, giving it an almost ethereal appearance that clearly differentiates it from its brown or black counterparts. The Mary Cemetery of Săpanța, located in Romania, is a truly unique place that challenges the usual conventions regarding spaces dedicated to the dead. Unlike traditional, solemn, and dark cemeteries, this cemetery stands out for its vibrant and joyful aesthetic. Its tombstones are carved from wood and painted in intense colors, predominantly turquoise blue, and adorned with humorous drawings that narrate episodes from life. The leaf cricket is a fascinating insect belonging to the Orthoptera order, famous for its extraordinary ability to blend into its natural environment. Its body remarkably resembles a green leaf, allowing it to go unnoticed by predators thanks to its almost perfect camouflage. The rainbow eucalyptus, native to the Philippines, is considered the most striking tree on the planet due to its multicolored trunk. As the bark peels away in layers, vibrant hues such as green, blue, purple, orange, and red emerge. Its appearance seems like the work of a paintbrush, although it is completely natural. These color changes are influenced by humidity and climate. In the heart of Tengger Desert, China, stands the impressive Desert Star Hotel, a building that looks like something straight out of a science fiction film. Its architectural design is inspired by the geometric shape of a five-pointed star, giving it a unique and futuristic appearance that contrasts with the vast arid landscape that surrounds it. The so-called firefox is one of the most unusual variants of the red fox, distinguished by a rare mutation related to melatonin that gives it a bright and striking reddish coat. This rare characteristic makes it one of the most unique specimens inhabiting our planet. In addition to their distinctive appearance, these foxes are recognized for their remarkable intelligence and agility. Claudio Piccoli is a prominent Italian photographer who has found his specialty in immortalizing the energy and vitality of dogs in motion. His internationally recognized work has garnered multiple awards that reflect his ability to capture dynamic and emotional moments. Shirley Webb, originally from Illinois, is an exemplary woman who defied all expectations by lifting weights exceeding about 220 pounds at the age of 78. Her constant dedication and discipline in training have led her to break multiple records within her age group and sporting category. The Root of Faces, located in Pinares del Pantano de Buendia, Spain, is a fascinating walk that features nearly 20 imposing sculptures carved directly into the rock, some of which reach up to about 20 feet in height. Each of these works can take around a year to create due to the hardness of the material, highlighting the dedication and skill of the artists involved. The pufferfish is distinguished by its simpler skeleton than other fish, composed of around 300 bones, in contrast to the more than 500 bones found in many other species. Part of its bone structure includes spines attached directly to its skin, which contain a potent toxin used as a defense mechanism against predators. Queen's song Bohemian Rhapsody, released in 1975, broke all the rules by lasting almost 6 minutes. In 1985, the Live Aid concert raised millions to combat famine in Ethiopia. Interestingly, it brought together rival bands and artists from different genres on the same stage, broadcasting to more than 150 countries. In the 1990s, Nirvana popularized the grunge movement with Smells Like Teen Spirit. Surprisingly, the song was written as a kind of joke about rock cliches, but it ended up defining an entire generation. In 2000, Britney Spears broke records with her album, Oops, I Did It Again. Interestingly, at just 18 years old, she became the princess of pop. The dating app Bumble, launched in 2014, implemented the model where only women can initiate the conversation. This feature was designed to reduce harassment and empower female users, becoming a feminist alternative to traditional dynamics. Concerns about smartphone addiction as a factor in relationships skyrocketed. Phubbing, or ignoring one's partner over a phone, was identified as a common cause of decreased marital satisfaction and intimacy. Felix Kjellberg, better known as PewDiePie, became the most subscribed YouTuber in the world in 2013. His success was based on Let's Play videos, playing and commentating on video games, and he demonstrated that an individual could build a media empire without the need for a television studio. Smosh, formed by Ian Heckox and Daniel Padilla, was the first channel to reach 10 million subscribers in 2013. Their sketch comedy and parodies defined the humor of YouTube's early years, demonstrating the viability of professional digital comedy. Michelle Phan pioneered the makeup tutorial niche on YouTube in the early 1990s. Her channel inspired millions and led her to launch her own cosmetics line, establishing the model for the beauty influencer turned entrepreneur. Chiara Ferragni, creator of the Blonde Salad, was one of the first fashion bloggers to monetize Instagram on a large scale. Her success led her to study at Harvard and appear on fashion covers, legitimizing the role of the influencer in the face of traditional editorials. Addison Rae began her rise on TikTok before jumping to Instagram and film. Her transition demonstrated that fame could originate on new platforms and then be successfully exported to traditional Hollywood media. Charli D'Amelio became the first person to reach 100 million followers on TikTok in 2020. Her success was based on simple choreography and her accessible appearance, demonstrating the power of short-form, non-professional viral content. VTubers, virtual creators using anime avatars, gained popularity in 2020. Japanese agency HoloLive and its virtual talents proved that content could be entertaining and lucrative, even without revealing the identity of the human creator. Bella Poarch broke records with her lip-sync video in 2020. Its success demonstrated that virality on TikTok could be achieved through highly produced videos with a distinctive aesthetic. Elizabeth Holmes, founder of Theranos, was at the center of the biggest tech fraud of the decade. Her company, valued at $9 billion at its peak before 2015, collapsed after its blood testing technology was revealed to be completely fake. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO since 2011, cemented the company as the most valuable in the world by market capitalization. He focused the business on the iPhone and the expansion of services like the App Store and Apple Music, doubling the company's value and maintaining a loyal customer base. Jack Ma, co-founder of Alibaba, experienced a temporary public disappearance after 2020. His criticism of the Chinese regulatory system led to a government crackdown that affected his Ant Group financial empire and Alibaba's stock price. Taylor Swift became a business case by re-recording her first 6 albums in 2021. This move, dubbed Taylor version, was a legal and financial maneuver to regain the intellectual property rights to her music masters. Beyoncé revolutionized album releases in 2016 with Lemonade, a visual album exclusive to Tidal and HBO. This approach to releasing without prior promotion forced the industry to rethink its release strategy in the streaming era. Disney CEO Bob Iger orchestrated the acquisition of 20th Century Fox in 2019 for $71.3 billion. This mega merger consolidated Disney's hegemony in film and television, paving the way for the massive success of Disney+. Lin-Manuel Miranda transformed his 2015 musical Hamilton into a global cultural phenomenon. The filmed footage of the play was sold to Disney for $75 million, legitimizing the performing arts as key content for streaming platforms. Korean director Bong Joon-ho made history with Parasite at the 2019 Academy Awards. It was the first non-English language film to win Best Picture, marking a pivotal moment in the globalization of art house cinema. Greta Gerwig became the first female director to gross over $1 billion at the box office. Her 2023 film, Barbie, demonstrated the power of feminist narratives and the commercial viability of female directors in major releases. Ryan Reynolds emerged not only as an actor but also as a digital marketing genius after 2016. He used his humor and personal brand to promote his films and companies like Aviation Gin and Mint Mobile, creating a low-cost, high-virality advertising model. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, was a key figure in banking stability following the 2008 crisis. Under his leadership, JP Morgan became the largest bank in the United States by assets, demonstrating remarkable resilience and a strong position in the financial sector. LeBron James transcended sports by founding Spring Hill Company in 2020, a media production empire focused on diversity and inclusion narratives, proving that elite athletes can become Hollywood moguls and activists. Rupi Kaur popularized the modern poetry format on Instagram after 2014. Her books, featuring short, direct verse, became worldwide bestsellers, redefining the way literature is consumed and distributed. Phoebe Waller-Bridge became one of the most acclaimed writers and actresses of the decade. Her series Fleabag, which aired from 2016 to 2019, won multiple awards and redefined feminist dark comedy, leading her to sign multi-million-dollar deals with Amazon Studios. Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt retired after solidifying his status at the 2016 Rio Olympics. He is the only athlete to win the 100 and 200 meters in 3 consecutive editions, setting a record for absolute dominance in sprinting. Serbian tennis player Novak Djokovic achieved the Noble Slam in 2016. He won all 4 Grand Slam tournaments consecutively, although not in the same calendar year, a feat of consistency achieved by only 2 men before him. Kenyan Eliud Kipchoge broke the 2-hour marathon barrier in 2019. He completed the distance in 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 40 seconds in Vienna, although the time was not officially recognized as a world record due to technological aids. Formula E launched in 2014 as the first electric single-seater competition. The series became a laboratory for technological innovation for electric vehicles, uniting urban mobility with high-performance motorsports. Dutch driver Max Verstappen became the youngest champion in Formula One history in 2021. His rivalry with Hamilton and his aggressive driving style marked the beginning of a new generation in motorsports top flight. The NBA became one of the most activist sports leagues in the world after 2015. Players like LeBron James use their platforms to speak out on social justice and racial issues, directly influencing the national conversation. The 2019 Super Bowl was the lowest scoring in the event's history. The game between the Patriots and the Rams ended 13-3, sparking debate about the balance between defenses and offenses in the league. TikTok, launched globally in 2018, was the first Chinese app to achieve massive cultural dominance in the West. Its ByteDance-powered algorithm demonstrated an unprecedented understanding of user preferences, prioritizing content over social connection. The renegade trend created by Jalaiah Harmon was one of the first massively viral dance videos. The dance became so popular that it was recreated by celebrities, but the creator initially didn't receive credit, sparking a debate about authorship. PSY's 2012 Gangnam Style video became the first to reach 1 billion views. This milestone was not only a record, but also demonstrated the platform's global reach, making content go viral across cultural and linguistic boundaries. The elimination of public like counts on Instagram in 2019 was an important experiment. The measure, tested in several countries, sought to reduce social pressure and anxiety, although it sparked debate about transparency and creator metrics. Now, from social media, let's move on to the world of health. The discovery of a new set of salivary glands in 2020 was a milestone in human anatomy. Named the tubarial glands, they are located at the back of the nasopharynx and demonstrated that basic anatomy still holds undocumented secrets. The gut microbiome was established during this time as a second brain that directly affects mood. It was discovered that the composition of gut bacteria influences the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, which are linked to depression. The lines we sometimes see on floors or walls aren't construction errors, but rather strategic expansion joints. Made of rubber, neoprene, and flexible metals, they allow buildings to expand and contract without cracking. They are placed every 100 to 165 feet on long structures like hospitals or shopping malls. Without them, a building could fracture like a biscuit in the sun. Small but heroic architectural defenses. During the Victorian era, a mustache was a symbol of distinction, but drinking tea without ruining it was a challenge. That's why Herbie Evans invented the mustache cock mug with an inner rim that protected the mustache from steam. Gentlemen in Europe and the United States even personalized them to maintain their perfect shape. Today, they are collector's items, a reminder that in the 19th century, even drinking tea was an act of strategy and style. There are lightning bolts that don't strike, but rather rise into the sky, called uplighters. They arise when towers or skyscrapers generate such an intense electromagnetic field that they turn into giant sparks. They have been recorded in places like the CN Tower in Canada and Mount San Salvatore in Switzerland. Some people are allergic to water, a very rare condition called aquagenic urticaria. Fewer than 100 cases have been recorded worldwide, and contact with any water causes intense hives. Rain, sweat, tears, or a bath can cause immediate inflammation. There's no cure, and living with it requires antihistamines, physical barriers, and a lot of patience, as even crying can hurt. NASA's Cassini-Huygens mission was an interplanetary milestone that explored Saturn and its moons for 20 years. Launched in 1997, it traveled about 4.3 billion miles and orbited the planet for 13 years. In 2005, it released Huygens onto Titan, the first time a human craft touched such a distant moon. Its discoveries included hidden oceans, icy geysers, and possible signs of life. And in 2017, it concluded its mission with a spectacular descent to the planet. Valerie, an Australian dachshund, disappeared on Kangaroo Island and returned 529 days later. She left weighing 8.8 pounds and returned as a survivor weighing about 15 pounds after facing rain, snakes, and foxes. Volunteers traveled more than 100 miles trying to find her. Today, she's a furry celebrity with books, films, and even dog furniture endorsements, from lost adventurer to famous influencer. Designing drone shows is a profession that seems like science fiction, but it exists. These artists choreograph hundreds or thousands of luminous drones like intelligent fireworks. China leads the way in this field. In 2020, Chasen achieved a record with more than 3,000 drones narrating a story in the sky. Becoming a fossil requires dying with style, being buried quickly before scavengers ruin the scene. Over time, minerals slowly replace the remains, as if the earth were sculpting a secret work of art. This is how fossils are born, exact replicas of creatures from the past, from dinosaurs to petrified feces. A 99-million-year-old dinosaur tail was discovered trapped in amber in Myanmar. It was covered in fine feathers and preserved intact vertebrae, allowing for detailed study. Researchers proved that feathers existed long before modern birds. American soldiers already use special goggles that can turn night into day. These combine thermal vision, white phosphorus, and a direct connection to the weapon, giving them a huge advantage. They can even share what they observe with their colleagues in real time. A small dog named Panning Ning became famous online for the way she sleeps. She lies on her back with her paws in the air, so relaxed that she doesn't seem to have a care in the world. Her owner shared photos and videos that went viral, amassing thousands of followers. Although she's playful when she's awake, her special talent is sleeping in style. Mercury challenges what we believe about heavy objects in water. This liquid metal is so dense that even an iron anvil can float on it. Its density is almost twice that of iron, and so, even if it weighs dozens of pounds, it remains on the surface. A phenomenon that breaks the logic learned in school. A second is not just an ordinary instant. Officially, it is defined as 9, 192, 631, 770 oscillations of radiation emitted by a cesium-133 atom. Previously, it was a fraction of a solar day, but since 1967, it has been measured with atomic precision. Some birds surprise with their intelligence when hunting. A green heron, instead of eating a piece of bread, uses it as bait to attract fish. It waits motionless as the fish approach, falling into its trap. This behavior demonstrates that animals can develop strategies that seem almost human. Pringles chips don't have their shape by chance. Their design corresponds to a mathematical figure called a hyperbolic paraboloid. Thanks to this curvature, they can be easily stacked inside the tube without breaking and take up little space. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter isn't like the movies. Instead of rocks colliding with each other, the reality is that it's almost empty. Asteroids are separated by millions of miles, and colliding with one is extremely unlikely. For 27 years, a photographer named Deanna Dykman photographed her parents greeting her and saying goodbye from the driveway of their home. Her series of images became a touching tribute to family love and daily routine. As time passed, the photos showed the absence of her father and then her mother. The last image, with the empty driveway, was a final goodbye. In Japan, a house has been created that literally floats during an earthquake. It's built on airbags that inflate automatically upon detecting an earthquake, lifting the entire structure. Once the tremor passes, the house rests back on the ground as if nothing had happened. An invention that could save thousands of lives in seismic zones. Koalas handle heartbreak in a very unique way. If a male is rejected by a female, he simply returns to his tree and goes to sleep, without drama or fighting. They can rest up to 20 hours a day, letting the rejection pass in their sleep. A natural lesson in how to overcome pain calmly. An athlete's body bears invisible scars, and LeBron James's feet are proof of that. After more than 2 decades in the NBA, they show calluses, deformities, and extreme wear and tear. Every jump, fall, and twist left its mark on his skin. Although he continues to shine in the elite, his feet tell another story of sacrifice. In North Carolina, Joan Murray survived a parachute accident in an incredible way. She fell at over 80 mph and landed in a nest of fire ants, which stung her more than 200 times. The adrenaline rush kept her heart pumping until she received medical attention. After surgeries and weeks in a coma, she recovered and jumped again years later. In Australia, a young man with an intellectual disability named Russell Grady got a job at McDonald's at age 18. What began as a job became a symbol of inclusion and joy for his community. For 32 years, he touched customers and colleagues with his smile and perseverance. Upon retirement, he left a legacy that demonstrates the transformative power of workplace inclusion. The filming of Dirty Dancing was far less romantic behind the scenes than it appeared on screen. Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey could barely stand each other. He was a perfectionist and strict, while she giggled every time he made a mistake. The tension was palpable in scenes like the tickling scene, which had to be repeated many times due to Jennifer's laughter. However, the two put their differences aside and created a film that became a timeless classic. Felix Baumgartner, the Austrian skydiver who broke the sound barrier in 2012 by jumping from the stratosphere, marked a turning point in extreme sports. However, his life ended tragically after a paragliding accident in Italy. He lost control mid-flight and fell into a swimming pool, where he died instantly. In Australia, it was discovered that bee venom is capable of destroying breast cancer cells in less than an hour. The surprising thing is that it acts only on malignant cells, without harming healthy ones. Responsible for this natural miracle is melittin, a molecule that pierces cells like a microscopic battering ram. Christian Bale, famous for playing Batman, decided to be a hero in real life too. He is building a 22 million village in California for children in foster care. The goal is to ensure that siblings do not have to be separated due to lack of space or resources. There will be family homes, apartments, and a large community center, offering a home and belonging to those who need it most. Giving birth is considered one of the most intense pains a human being can experience. Studies compare it to an amputation without anesthesia or severe burns. Although perceptions vary from woman to woman, more than 60% say it was the most painful experience of their lives. In Brazil, a unique phenomenon turns a trail into an underwater paradise every 7 years. The Recanto Ecológico Rio de Prata Park floods after heavy rains, transforming the forest into an underwater landscape. The most surprising thing is that the water remains crystal clear, allowing submerged trees and vegetation to be observed. The tar drop experiment, begun in 1927 at the University of Queensland, is one of the slowest in history. Its purpose is to demonstrate that tar, although it appears solid, is actually an extremely viscous liquid. In almost a century, only 9 drops have formed, each one falling after more than a decade of waiting. It is estimated that it will continue operating for more than 200 more years. Shrimps hide a curious anatomical secret. Their heart is not in their chest, but in their head, just behind their eyes. This organ pumps hemolymph, a blood-like liquid, through their bodies. Thanks to this adaptation, they manage to survive in the ocean. In Italy, there's a cheese so strange it could scare anyone: Kasu marzu. This product is made from sheep's milk, but its special touch is live fly larvae. When you order it, the tiny insects move across the surface and can even jump up to 6 inches. Only the bravest dare to try it. The okapi is an animal that seemed like something out of a myth until it was discovered in 1901. Its body resembles a giraffe, but it has stripes similar to those of a zebra. It lives in the forests of the Congo and quickly became a symbol of modern zoology. Today, it's endangered due to hunting and habitat loss. A curious myth claims that hippopotamus milk is pink, but it's actually white, like that of any mammal. The confusion arises because these animals secrete a reddish sweat that protects them from the sun and bacteria. This substance isn't milk, but its appearance led many to imagine otherwise. This is a widespread misunderstanding. In the 1990s, Michael Jackson wanted to buy Marvel Comics. His main motivation was to star in a movie as Spider-Man. Some even thought he'd be perfect for portraying other characters like Professor X. At the time, Marvel was going through financial trouble, and the idea of the King of Pop as a superhero was closer to becoming a reality than it seems. A surprising fact: shaking hands can transmit more germs than a kiss. Direct skin contact facilitates the transmission of bacteria and viruses. Saliva, on the other hand, contains enzymes that help fight microorganisms. Although both actions are risky, a simple handshake turns out to be more dangerous than you might think. Roosters and dogs share a similar instinct, marking territory. Dogs do this by urinating and leaving pheromones that warn others. Roosters, on the other hand, crow at dawn to announce their dominance and attract females. They are different forms of behavior, but with the same goal: to survive and reproduce in nature. In Japan, there's an island that seems straight out of a fairy tale: Okunashima, also known as Rabbit Island. Hundreds of them live there, descendants of animals released in the 1960s. Today, they run free among the tourists who feed them. The place has become a charming and very popular destination. Scorpions are true survivors of nature. Their bodies are capable of storing large amounts of fat, allowing them to go for months without eating. When they don't get food, their metabolism slows down to conserve energy. They can even remain almost motionless for long periods, demonstrating surprising resilience. Finding a blue lobster is almost like finding living treasure. The chance of stumbling upon one is 1 in 2 million, as most have a greenish-brown hue to camouflage themselves in the sea. This rare, bright color is due to a rare genetic mutation. Those who manage to see one in person are fascinated by its beauty and uniqueness. Mario Puzo, the celebrated author of The Godfather, had a curious foray into the world of comics. He worked for Marvel, writing stories aimed at young men, although he refused to continue in that field because it required the same effort as writing a book. Paradoxically, he later wrote the script for the first 2 Superman films, which were produced by Marvel's main competitor, DC Comics. China currently leads the race for the world's fastest trains. Its models reach about 217 mph, surpassing Japan and France. However, they have already tested prototypes capable of exceeding about 280 mph, impressive for land transport. With this technology, a journey that takes hours could be reduced to less than an hour. In ancient Rome, there was a curious custom of placing toasted bread in wine. This ritual was believed to attract good luck and ward off bad omens. The idea was that the bread absorbed any negative energy that might affect the drinker. Although the tradition has been lost over time, it could very well be revived as an original toast steeped in history. In Japan, a food is sold that surprises many visitors: tuna eyeballs. Although it may sound strange, they are found in supermarkets and are considered a delicacy. They are rich in fat and surrounded by muscle, which gives them a very particular texture. It is undoubtedly a dish for the most daring palates. France is the most visited country on the planet, with almost 90 million tourists a year. Paris, with its Eiffel Tower and the Seine River, is a cultural magnet, but the country offers much more. Vineyards in Bordeaux, beaches on the Riviera, and castles in the Loire Valley. Kim Kardashian surprised the world with a peculiar clause in her will. She demanded that, after her death, a party be held in her honor every year. Those who attend must dress in haute couture and experience total luxury. This extravagant condition reflects her desire to maintain her glamorous image even after her passing. Tell us in the comments which of these fun facts blew your mind the most. Don't leave without subscribing, liking, and sharing for more fun facts.